me, Kitti Minx, and you can probably hear my ceiling fan, and you can probably hear my air conditioner, and you can probably even hear my neighbors banging away on their roof because they're getting their roof worked on. I'm sorry, I have no control over my neighbors. I do have control over the AC and the fan, but right now, where I live, it is very, very, very hot, and the room I do my work out of doesn't really have the best ventilation in it, so if I turn off the AC and the fan, it will get boiling really fast. And I was literally just finishing up working on stuff, getting some recordings done where I had to turn things off, and I am sweating. I don't want to deal with that anymore, so I hope you can understand that, because I don't want to sweat. I'm tired of sweating. Sweating bad. Ow. Don't worry, I'm not sick, It's just, with the change of seasons comes a change of allergies. So now I have my summer allergies, and those like be the kind of allergies that tickle my throat. Fun times. I even have a sippy of my drinky drink. So I am sorry if the title of this alarmed you in any way. I assure you, right now I am okay. Physically, mentally, emotionally, I'm alright. But there is a bit of a story, and I guess I'll just go into it now. I'm in my 30s. So 10 years ago, I was just, finishing up college. 10 years ago, my life was not going how I wanted it to go. Or even how anyone wanted my life to go, to be honest. My life was just going in the completely wrong direction, and one bad thing after another kept happening. I had a hard time keeping a job because the companies I'd work for would, cut out certain sections of the business, and I'd always be working those sections that they're just like, oh, no, we're laying you all off. And so I'd lose that job, or I'd work in a store, and then their corporate would be like, oh, we're closing the store, and then I'm out of a job. It was a lot of that. And I'd be depressed over that, which then affected my schooling, and my grades started slipping. And I was getting, angry notes from my professors that my grades were slipping when normally they're good. So that got me more depressed. I was having a bit of a tiff with my family, mostly with my dad, but I was having issues with my family, so more depressed. And this guy we'll call Matt basically decided at that time he was going to set out to completely ruin my social life, all because I didn't feel he and I had chemistry to be in a relationship. I was perfectly fine being friends with him and hanging out and going to parties and stuff, but I just did not feel that spark. I did not feel that connection with him, and he could not handle that. And so he started all kinds of rumors that he would literally just push through the grapevine and just tell everybody. And it drove me crazy, because even some of my friends heard, people who've known me for years heard these rumors, and they're like, I don't know, they do sound kind of plausible. And I'm like, are you guys for effing real? You know me. You know that that's not true. Come on. You're gonna listen to some guy you met last year? Not someone you've known since freaking middle school? So yeah, that happened. And on top of all that, the person I did feel a connection with and was kind of sort of going out with and really deeply cared about, he had a best friend who was a lady who everyone knew she had a crush on him. Everyone knew she had feelings for him, but he did not reciprocate. She just wasn't his type. But she wouldn't accept that, so she would do everything she could to make sure that she was the only woman in his life aside from his family members. And so when I came into the picture, she made friends with me, and I realize now she was doing that to basically manipulate me, to make me, go off my guard, let my guard down. Yeah, that's the word, let my guard down. So here I thought she was my friend, and she was gonna, help me get with this guy who I had really good chemistry with, and we really liked each other, and our dates were really nice and all that. No, she would go behind my back to this guy and feed him all kinds of stuff. And because they were friends before he met me, he chose to believe the stuff she was saying, even though it either wasn't true or was true, but she was conflating it in a way that made it sound worse than it was. It's like, yes, I had depression, but I wasn't like cutting myself or anything. And she would say that. So she would try to make me seem more crazy when I just was depressed. And so eventually he just stopped talking to me out of the blue. Just would not answer my calls, would not answer my texts, would not answer me on social media. He didn't block me, he just wouldn't answer me, he just ignored me. And it hurt. It really hurt. And then the cherry on top of that, the medications I was getting for my depression from my doctor, because I was only seeing a GP and not a psychiatrist, those medications either weren't working or were the wrong kind and were making me worse. So all those things pile on top of each other. And around this time, 10 years ago, things came to a head where I basically had a huge breakdown in the middle of the night, alone in my apartment. And I grabbed every bottle of medication I could find, and I overdosed. I had enough with life. I could not handle one more thing going wrong. When the only thing going right is the fact that my 2 cats were healthy, and even that was kind of a if, because my one cat, Knight, he had a kidney issue and almost died. So again, something else that just kind of put a little in my life. So everything all piled up on top of each other. I couldn't take it anymore. And apparently a couple hours after I passed out, my old roommate came in, and she, of course, had a panic attack over it. She called 911, called my parents, and I was sent to the hospital. They drained my stomach and put a bunch of stuff in me to get the stuff out of my system. And so I was brought back. I did not actually fully die, but they said if she had been an hour or so later, there was less of a chance they would have been able to bring me back. So I owe my old roommate a lot. She was at the right place at the right time for sure. And she also made the choice to get help and not ignore me. So I give her a lot of credit there. But after that, I was sent to a psych ward for a couple of weeks. And that was hell. I made a couple good friends there, but it was hell. Because I don't know if it's different now, but the psych hospital I went to, you couldn't have any electronics on you. You couldn't even have pencils or pens because they had sharp pointy ends. You couldn't really have much of anything. So it was very boring. You had no real connection to the outside world. And you had to deal with people who were crazier than you, having issues and fights. There was a lot of fights. People were always fighting. It was bananas. And it was just, ugh. Ugh. And the doctor we'd wait to see would see you for maybe 5 minutes a day. As if that's really enough time to evaluate you and your condition and what's going on. It was just complete bullshit. So I went through all that. And I came out, and I'm like, okay, I am never doing that again. So I made it my pledge to myself to never let myself get to that state where I needed to go into a psych ward. Because that was not fun. That was terrible. And I know they're supposed to help. Maybe that's how they help you. They make it so bad that you come out and you vow to never go back to a place like that. I don't know. But it was just ridiculous. So yeah, 10 years ago, I nearly died. And it's something I still think about from time to time. Especially now that it's been 10 years. I think about okay, if I was meant to live, what am I meant to be doing? What have I actually achieved? Yes, I'm married and I have 2 kids. So do a lot of people. What's my mark on the world going to be? What have I actually accomplished? Not much of anything, to be honest. There's people my age and younger who've done way more than me. And it's a rough go for me. So, and then May is my birthday month. And I don't like being reminded that I'm getting older, because that just reminds me that my health problems are going to get worse. Because I have a bunch of physical health problems and then my mental health issues. Like, I have bipolar, and I have anxiety, and I have PTSD, and I have ADHD. I have a lot of things wrong with my brain. So all that just, yeah. So between May being my birthday month and then June being around the time I, at one point, nearly died, it's just not a good place for me mentally most of that time. And it makes it really, really difficult for me to focus on things and work on content and stuff like that. It makes it just really, really, really difficult. Yeah. So, I'm sorry stuff's been slow past couple months. When I started getting back into it after taking a little bit of a break. It's just, yeah, this is just a rough time of year for me. It's just really rough. Because my brain just doesn't want to brain. I hope you all can understand that. And unfortunately, stuff is going to be slow in July as well, because if you listened to the last announcement video, I am going away on the 13th of July until August. I will be away working another job, and I don't know if I'll have time for where I'm going to be able to have access to my mic and stuff to do recordings and editing and all that stuff. I don't know if I have time. I'm going to bring what I can. And if I have time, great, there'll be uploads. And if I don't have time, well, I'll see you when I get back. Pretty much. So, it's just, up until August, this summer is just going to be slow. And I'm sorry for that. It's going to be a slow summer. But I hope y'all will stick by me and stick with me and help me, like, push through all this. Because I really need you guys. I need you guys' support now more than ever. I need you guys and gals and non-binary pals. All, like, just help me. Have patience. That's a big thing. Just have patience. Things will come as they come. Because I'm also working on commissions for people, and they're still open. I just have a queue. And just doing quite a bit, but it's coming out slowly because my brain just doesn't want to brain. And speaking of things not working, my super duper awesome ASMR mic is having an issue, and I can't quite figure out what it is. Somewhere where the connector is for the cable that feeds the mic into the recording device, something in that is being stupid. I don't know if it got loose or what, but after a while, when I'm using the mic, it'll start making random noises, and I notice it's coming from anything touching that area. And I'm like, oh dang it! So something is wrong with my super amazing and super expensive ASMR microphone, and I don't know what to do, because I don't know if there's any places where I live that fix microphones have to do, if they even know what a 3DO is. Come on. So I don't know what I'm going to do. If anyone has any advice for this, please let me know. Like, email me, DM me or something if you know what I can do. I'd really appreciate it. Or if you know of a 3DO specialty person I could talk to, that'd be great. Because it's kind of hard to do ASMR recordings if my mic's not working correctly. So it's another thing that's going to be slowing down content, and it's just going to infuriate me and make me restless and upset with myself. So yeah, but that aside, one thing I got from what happened to me 10 years ago is I kind of had a bit of a spiritual awakening, because I realized that no one was going to be there for me. I couldn't rely on other people. I couldn't rely on family. I couldn't rely on having friends, because people can just leave you at any time over even nothing. So you got to be able to rely on yourself, and you got to be able to put faith in yourself. And that's a big takeaway I took from that. I still maintain the mentality today. I just do things for myself, because I don't believe in falling back on other people, because you never know when they're just gonna leave or, you know, say no. So you gotta push through. I also got more spiritual. Like, I reestablished my connection with God. I kind of fell away from that after I was in high school, and wasn't going to services anymore or any of that. I kind of fell out of it. But it helped me have my reconnection with God and my culture and my people. I started going to synagogue more as I could. I would do my own Shabbat every weekend for a while. And I was just doing what I could to maintain myself spiritually. And I don't do that stuff much now anymore because my husband is Lutheran, so I don't really see the point, because I just don't want I don't make him uncomfortable, because everything I do is in Hebrew and he's just not going to understand it. So it is what it is. But having that connection again with my culture and my country and my family, on that side of my family, it was just my dad's side of the family, definitely helped quite a bit. And also just having dumb little hobbies and interests to get into. Like, for me, when I got out of the hospital, I just started watching Supernatural for the first time. I watched it on and off since it started when I was in high school, but I actually sat down and watched it from the first episode onward and fell in love with the show. And I felt the characters very relatable. The show got really squirrely after like season 5. It got even squirrelier after season like 8, 9. It got really squirrely, but it's a good show, I promise. And I found the character of Castiel in particular to be very relatable. Like, I'm just like, yeah, Cass is me. I feel that in my soul, that like, yes, I am one with the Misha Collins. I even had friends in the fandom who were like, dude, you're like a real life Cass. I'm like, I know. So yeah, if you ever want to know what I'm like, just look up Castiel from Supernatural. Well, that's me. So yeah, just know that if you can take anything away from the story, is that things do get better. Even when you think you're at your lowest, things will pick up, because you're meant to live. You're meant to live. And even if things aren't going well right now, time is irrelevant, because time changes. And, a year down the line, things will be completely different, and it can improve. You gotta just give things a chance to do that. You don't want to take that opportunity away from yourself. Because what I did 10 years ago was stupid. It wasn't selfish, because when you're in that state, you firmly believe that everyone in the world is better off with you gone. You firmly believe that. So you believe the act you're doing is selfless, not selfish. Because you believe you are doing a favor to the world around you by disappearing. But that's just not the case. You're doing no one a favor. You're not doing yourself a favor. You're not doing the people around you a favor. Because you're meant to live. So don't do what I did. Because as bad as things may seem like they're getting, you have to give yourself the opportunity for things to improve. You've got to just wait out the storm, like anything else. You just got to wait it out. Take each day as they come. And eventually, good days will happen, and things will pick up. It doesn't stay bad forever. It doesn't. It also doesn't stay good forever. But that's just it, The good things don't take away the bad, but the bad things don't spoil the good. It's just a balance. It's a balance we have in life and in the universe. Everything's all about balance. Alright, and now just for usual YouTube type stuff. Hello, new subscribers. I promise not usually this philosophical. Well, I am, but not like this. Hi, new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. Hope you're liking the content. As you wait for new stuff, please go through and listen to my old stuff. Everything I've done has been quality according to y'all. So, you don't just wait for new content. Go to the stuff I put out, 1, 2, 3 years ago. You might be surprised as the stuff you find and what you might like. So, go give it a gander. And to those of you who've been around a while and you have listened to everything, just have patience with me. New stuff will come. I am streaming as Orky. I'm trying to stream as Orky a couple nights a week, unless my health takes a turn. Hi, Car. This week is going to be 3 days, hopefully, because I was streaming on Tuesday, I streamed yesterday, and I'm planning on streaming tonight. Tonight I'm going to play a game. I'm not playing Minecraft. I'm taking a break from Minecraft. I'm probably going to play like Resident Evil, Phasmophobia, Nier Automata, something like that. Unless people really want an ASMR stream. I don't know. But I'm going to try to stream later tonight. On Twitch. Not on YouTube, but on Twitch. So, if you want a fix of me and my voice and whatever while you wait for new audios, that's one way to do it. Just hop on my streams. They're not that long, and it's something you can put on in the background while you do something else. Much like you can do with my videos, so there you go. To those of you who are new here, I am not in the partner program, which means I'm not monetized. If you see ads on my content, I get no money from it. YouTube takes everything. So if you'd like to help me eat and support my family and support this content so I can, you know, for example, maybe get my microphone fixed. I really would like to do that. I'd like to fix my microphone. That's probably going to require money. So things like that. Please consider pledging to my Patreon. It starts at $1. That gives you access to the Discord server, but content access starts at $5, with not safe for work content starting at $10. Or you can do a donation or two on my Ko-fi page or my Buy Me a Coffee page. Both those work. You can donate during streams. All that helps. You can buy merch from my merch shop. Again, all that helps. You can order a custom commission. A whole bunch of ways you can help me. Whatever works best for you. And so yeah, new audio will come as they come. I have one queued for today. I don't know if I'll be able to get the other one I did up in time today, or I'm going to have it up maybe tomorrow, but audios will come as they come. That's all I can say for right now. Thank you so much for your patience and understanding. It really means the world to me. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. I really, truly adore this community we have built together. We're all just really nice, chill, lovely people. And I love that we have that. That we're very supportive, very caring, very compassionate. And, you know, we joke around, but we're not assholes, which is good. You don't want to be an asshole. So I love this community. And just know that, like I said before, things will get better. So if things seem rough for you right now, just know, if things could get better for me, and my life was, I wanted to die, and I literally, was dead for a minute, it'll get better for you, okay? It will get better for you. So, I'm gonna go now, because I got other stuff I need to do. But I love you all very, very, very much. And I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay well. Coronavirus is not over yet. No, regardless of what the media says, it's not over yet. So, please listen to health professionals. Please. And keep yourself safe. Keep your loved ones safe. Get the vaccine if you can. And just know that I love you all dearly. You all mean the world to me. You're more of my children. I feel like I'm your mother. And just stay awesome. Mwah. Mwah. Nya, 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 nya. Nya, 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 nya. Bye-bye. Ta-da. Ta-da.
Thank you so much for watching and listening. This piece was brought to